my screen. So my screen and my voice is clear, Pak Heru?
Yes, clear. It is clear. Yeah.
More than clear.
Okay, Pak. Thank you. Good afternoon or good morning, everyone. Please allow us to share our research that has just finished a few months ago, talking about the driver of sustainability practices in the manufacturing SME and the impact on the business performance. The background is this research. I think we can see that there are 6 main points. The first one is about, as everybody know, that SDGs cannot be achieved without the contribution of the business sector. Meanwhile, the SME is the backbone of the economic growth in worldwide. And the third one, based on the previous research, they have known that the collective impact of SME in ecological environment is absolutely significant. The fourth one, unfortunately, sustainability practices in the SME, especially in the developing country, is still being overlooked. And other research also already classify that the driver of sustainability practices in the SME can be classified in the two group, which is external factor and internal factor. And then also, if we do the literature review, there is a inequality in research regarding the sustainability practices of SME between developed and developing country. Also, in one of the publication, we know that the higher rank officer of government officer in Indonesia often said that pollution caused by the SME can lead some social conflict. Also, it could also impact the continuing of their business also, because banned by the importing countries. So because of that reason, we try to do the research regarding what factor really drive the sustainability practices of SME and their impact on the business performance. I think that the initial background of this research. And then from this background, we try to compose our problem statement, which is we would like to examine or analyze the relation between the collaboration, leadership, and innovation to the sustainability practices of the SME up to the business performance, and also want to analyze the role of government policy in moderating the relationship between this connection. Because we know that the business field in the SME is quite wide. So our research will only focus on the metal manufacturing SME, so not all type of the SME. So from this problem statement, we believe that some novelty will exist. The first one is about filling the research gap, because after do the literature review, this research should be one the comprehensive research that connecting all of these variable to the sustainability practices and the business performance and the manufacturing SME. The second novelty is about we would like to test the relationship, especially regarding the innovation in context of the manufacturing SME in Indonesia. And the third one, I think we want to study more deeply regarding the government policy related to the encouragement of the implementation of sustainability practices among SME in Indonesia. I think there are three novelty that we believe exist in our research. So this is the hypothesis development that we try to test. We would like to test the relationship the influence between the collaboration, leadership, and innovation to the sustainability practices, and also the influence of the collaboration, leadership, and innovation to the business performance directly or indirectly through sustainability practices. And also, we would like to test the moderating role of the government policy in this connection between sustainability practices and also the business performance in the manufacturing SME. So this is the hypothesis development. We built this hypothesis based on the several references that we have examined before. So there are 14 hypotheses. And then we do this research through the quantitative method using the questionnaire. And then after several months, we succeed to get almost 170 respondents, mostly located in the local metal manufacturing SME cluster in Tegal, Klaten, and also the Jakarta Greater area. And then we use the same partial least square for our data analysis. So this is about the research methodology. And then from those 14 hypotheses, based on our data analysis, only 7 that proven that the relation is positive and significant, and the other 7 is not supported through this quantitative analysis. So to make it easier to comprehend, I think this is the picture that we would like to share. So the relation with the bold line talking about the hypothesis that are supported. So from our research, collaboration is proven to have a positive and significant relationship to the sustainability practices. The main hypothesis, the relationship between sustainability practices and business performance is already proven as a positive and significant relationship. For the collaboration, only to the sustainability practices, but can have the positive and significant relationship to the business performance only if mediated by the sustainability practices. Leadership proven has a direct and indirect positive relationship with the sustainability practices and the business performance. But the unique finding in this research is about the innovation. Innovation is not proven at all, have a positive and significant relationship to the sustainability practices and the business performance. And also, for the government policy, is only proven to have a moderating role that connect the positive relationship between leadership and the sustainability practices. So only the line with the bold line talking about the positive and significant relationship. The others, the thin line talking about there is we cannot prove that there is a positive and significant relationship. I think that's how we would like to understand this graph. We also have an open question in our questionnaire, and this is the summary of the open question, the answer from the open question. So all of the respondents, when we ask about why sustainability practices is important for them, most of them are talking about this is important because have a correlation with the company, for the company growth, for the sustainability, and so on. Also for the market purpose, because they believe if they conduct sustainability practices, their product will be a preferred product, and also to fulfill buyer requirement. And when we ask about how, what is needed for them if they want to implement better sustainability practices, most of the answer talking about the improvement in the process, in the innovation, using a new technology. Some answer talking about they would like to improve their capability for the employee, but also they need the assistance from the government, state-owned enterprise, or also big industry. They also said that market pressure, I mean, buyer pressure is also one important things that make their business, their sustainability practices is getting better and better. So fulfill the buyer requirement is also important to make their implement better sustainability practices. So about the analysis, for the main hypothesis, we could prove that the sustainability practices has a positive and significant influence to business performance. Because they believe that the sustainability practices could help them to have the efficient and effective production process, and also better image for their business. This is the main thesis that already proven. Regarding the collaboration, I think that the research also get the understanding that the role of the big company that give the order to this SME is really important. So the collaboration between this SME and the buyer is the main important things to increase the sustainability practices in the SME. Even though this collaboration do not have a direct positive relationship with the business performance, but this collaboration can mediate the positive relationship between I mean the sustainability practices that conducted by the SME can mediate the positive relationship between the collaboration and then the business performance. So collaboration is the key important finding in this research. The leadership, I think all the relationship related to the leadership and sustainability practice and the business performance all proven having a positive and significant relation. I think this is quite in line with our common sense. But regarding the innovation, I think all the hypothesis is rejected or not supported. I think this is quite interesting. Why? After we did the in-depth interview and something similar like that, after that we can conclude that most of the metal manufacturing SME is basically just provide a semi-finished product that sent to the big industry. So the finished product basically will released by the big industry, the buyer, but the SME is only provide the semi-finished product like this. So in this metal manufacturer SME, they don't have the capability to do the product innovation, only process innovation. But this process innovation is only for the saving operational cost only. So as a subcontractor of a big company, this SME is only get the servicing fee, which is fixed from year by year. But as a manufacturing, I think they have a burden because OPEX will increase year by year, but the servicing fee is stable. So they have to do innovation in the process as to manage, as to balance the increasing of the OPEX within their processes. I think that is the main reason why innovation in the metal manufacturing SME is not proven have a positive and significant influence to the sustainability practices or the business performance. So I think this is I would like to quote some of the previous research like Boglasio or Pianta explanation. They said that innovation in manufacturing SME is can significantly positive influence the company performance is only by the adoption of the new technology. So the process will become more efficient if they use the new technology. About the government, unfortunately, there is no proof that the government policy has a significant mediating role to make SME have a better sustainability practices, or even in the relation between the sustainability practices and the profitability. I mean business performance. Why? Because up to now, we know there is no explicit economic incentive from the government to the SME that's already implement the sustainability practices. So from this research, we recommend that to improve the sustainability practices in metal manufacturing SME, this could be a simple recommendation model. So there must be a collaboration between large corporation or SOE with the SME. So the large corporation assist this SME to have a better sustainability practices through implementation of requirement and technical guidance within their business transaction. They inserted this kind of requirement and technical guidance to make the SME have a better sustainability practices. But from the government, there must be two kind of approach. The first one is asking the SME to follow some regulatory purposes, but also give certain incentive to make the SME have the appetite to implement better sustainability practices. I think this is the main model, and the others maybe like this. Basically, this is talking about the all of the relation that we already observed in our research. So the collaboration is the most important thing to make the SME having a better sustainability practices. The government can push the SME to implement sustainability practices, and also ask, I mean, the big industry as a buyer. Big industry usually already have an obligation to compose the sustainability report, and the government can ask them to complete this sustainability report up to the supplier. We mean up to the SME as a supplier. Of course, this is a quite a strict regulation, but on the other side, government can provide some incentive for the SME regarding when they want to buy or buy new machine, so that they have a better sustainable process. I think some country already have this kind of subsidize, and also as to improve the relation between the sustainability practices and the business performance. I think other country already have some incentive, not only the monetary incentive, but also the fiscal incentive for the industry that already apply the sustainability practices. Unfortunately, here in Indonesia, we don't have that kind of incentive scheme. SME already have a lot of incentive from the government, but the government give that kind of incentive, I think, in generally to all of the SME without consider the level of sustainability practices that already applied in this SME. So I think this scheme is the final recommendation of our research, Prof. Tulus, based on the data analysis or quantitative analysis that we already conducted. Okay, hopefully it could be clear for the listener. Thank you, Pak.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Ho. That was very interesting presentation, as well as the research itself is very interesting. By the way, we have a participant come from far away, from Nigeria. Good morning, Dr. Adamu. Good morning, Dr. Adamu. It's still early morning, 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock.
Yes, 7 o'clock now in Nigeria.
Okay, good morning. Very, very good morning. Okay.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Really, we listened the presenter, he and his team members. Really, this is the first time I participated in the PhD
Forum.
forum series.
You was not in the first one, yeah?
Very good and interested session. I will try to encourage our students from Africa, more especially here in Nigeria, to at least participate in this. There are a lot of experiences and knowledge sharing between the scholars. Really, we try to encourage our students to participate more, especially those doing PhD program related to our association goals by the grace of God.
Okay. Okay. If you have any question, you can raise your question later on. But also we have also participant from India, Tamil Nadu, India, Dr. Ramesh Kumar. Good afternoon again, yeah. Okay, I have before we open the floor, let me start with my one questions. I think the most interesting finding from this research is that there are some factors that do not have a positive impact or influence as theories taught us. For instance, innovation. It was found that in your study that innovation does not have a positive effect. Is that because mainly the respondent, the metal producers that use survey, mainly subcontractors. So in other words, if your respondent, the metal producers, are independent producers, maybe the finding can be different. What is your response, Dr. Ho?
Yeah, yeah, Prof. Tulus. I think your assessment is right. Yeah, because our sample we focus on the metal manufacturing SMB, which is all of them is not producing the finished product. So they just a subcontractor of the big industry. So the result outcomes are showing the innovation has no positive and significant relation to the sustainability practices and the business performance. But based on our previous literature study, Prof, when we compose the hypothesis, many literature conclude or telling about the positive and significant relationship. So I agree with you. I think this have a correlation with the sample, or with the sector of the SME that we analyze, Prof. So we can search another research. There is a positive and significant correlation, Prof.
Yeah, sure, because mainly if they are subcontractors, they depend a lot on the contractor, the big companies.
Yep.
So they might have no need to do innovation.
Yeah, but Prof, I think the voice of them is already significant also, because they asked, they said, and also one of the data also said, for this of manufacturer SME, when they want to improve the performance in sustainability practices or in the business performance, they need a new technology, they need a new machinery that more efficient, and then they need support from the government for this for their needs. So which is in some country like Malaysia, like China, already have the incentive program for their SME.
Yeah, I think I see, because you also mentioned about let me see, that SMEs at least in this metal industry, they do not receive economic incentives for sustainability practices. In your opinion, what kind of incentives
Okay.
that is very needed
Okay.
for SMEs in this sector? What kind of incentives do you think?
Okay. Okay. So basically, Prof, in Indonesia, we already have that kind of incentive, but unfortunately, Prof, I think this is already.
Okay.
Sorry, I haven't displayed previously because of time limitation. So basically, we already have the regulation from the Ministry of Industry. So if the SME want to buy the machine, so the government can give some what we call reimbursement money.
Okay.
But I think the criteria is too tight, and also I believe the budget limit also I think one of our constraint. So for the last 5 years, there were only 70 SME got this kind of the
Only 17.
70.
Okay.
Very small compared to
not so much, yeah.
not so much. So I think so that's why I think this policy have to be what we call have to be revised or maybe examined later as to create more effective and efficient penetration to support this kind of SME. And in another country, Prof, like in the Malaysia, yeah, they give tax holiday, something like that for the
or subsidy maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's Prof.
Okay, the floor is open. Who will raise questions or inputs, please? Maybe Dr. Kumar, do you have any questions, inputs? Or...
Hello, Tulas. This is Ramesh Kumar from India.
Oh, please.
I think he made a good presentation on his analysis and the other findings. So he had collected any data on taxes imposed to the MSME, or what are the aspects are taken in the COVID-19 time. So particularly his analysis up to 2022, the COVID-19 pandemic impacts any efficiency of MSME sector in particular area, in that area.
Prof, I think our research in 2023 until this year. So yeah, I think we don't consider the COVID impact because I think the sample the period is just recently, Prof. So we believe that we assume that I think all of these respondents already passed the COVID stress or COVID influence to their business. I think that I'm able to share or answer your concern, Professor.
Thank you so much.
By the way, I welcome Dr. C.P. Kapita from India. Welcome to this forum. Any other questions? Maybe from Mr. Heru. I have one question yet. Very interesting about government policies. You said in your paper, government policies moderate the positive effect of leadership on sustainability practices. Can you give me or us concrete example, what kind of policy? Is that subsidy or tax incentive or regulation or what?
Okay, okay, yeah, I think it's also related to the when they answer the questionnaire, Prof. Yeah, I think when they fill the questionnaire related to the government policy, it seems that it shows that our respondent is really try to fulfill any required of government. I think related to the safety of the world, related to the CSR, something like that. I think they really disciplined that they try to fulfill that kind. I think that's a good point that even though they are small, our SM is small, but I think the obedience to the government regulation is an important key. But again, unfortunately, there is still no significant regulation that connect this SME with the sustainability practices. So that's why, Prof, I believe if the government issued that kind of policy, our SME will try to obey. But if you'd like to loosen their burden, the government could give some incentive for them. I think that's our culture, maybe, ya Pak ya, Prof.
Yeah, okay, I can understand it. Okay. I think your study is very interesting. If in the future, kind of research agenda to apply to other sectors.
Yeah, Prof.
That is one thing, and also with respect to subcontractors versus independent firms. So whether the future research would be also applied if in the same industry, metal, but independent firms that they sell to final consumers, to the market, instead to big companies. So maybe the result can be different. That two things very interesting came from your research for the future research. Okay. Other questions from the floor? Okay, if not, we can close. It's very short, but very effective. We got some new information about this study, and also especially for our friends from outside Indonesia, maybe also kind of inspiration to do the same study on their SMEs in the same manufacturing industry or lighting. Okay, so if there is no other question or inputs, I can only say thank you very much for your participation, and especially for Dr. Ho, success for your future, whatever you are going to do in your life, but just join the life, and also for other participants, thank you very much for your willingness to join our forum, and I will invite you for sure for the third PSG forum series. So have a nice weekend, and I close this meeting.
Okay, thank you, Prof.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you all.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Congrats for Pak Hu. Congrats for your
Halo.
Congrats to Pak Win.
Terima kasih, Bu Sum.
Ya, selamat Win. Alhamdulillah sudah
Pak Heng
sampai selesai tugasnya.
Pak Heng Suberti juga terima
Maaf,
kasih.
saya tidak bisa open cam.
Dr. Rames Kumar, thank you very much. See you next time. Mrs. Liliana also. Dr. Suti from India also. Thank you very much. Krishna, Indonesia, Pak Heru, dan Pak Mahatma, new doctor. success with your life too.
Makasih, Prof.
Tutup ya. I close this Zoom. Okay.